Olivia was 27 years old. She had been a prostitute escort for 6 years. Olivia thought that the movie Pretty Woman was created especially for silly street hookers, but she didn't expect that she was also waiting for the gift of fate. I will try to tell you very briefly the real story of Friends of My Friends, but not for you to become a hooker or the husband of a prostitute. In the finale, I will explain the reason. Olivia was an ordinary girl in appearance, but she wore makeup with skill. Slim, tall, but with nice hips and breasts. Olivia's main trait was her ability to be liked at first sight. Beautiful posture, cat-like gait, an enchanting smile, a sparkle in her eyes, the ability to hold a conversation and make jokes. In bed scenes, she was one of the best. How Olivia was experienced in relationships with men, knew about clothing and jewelry brands, perfume, and even understood politics. She had her own plan for her life. But one day she traveled to another county on personal business. That's where she met Michael. It was a chance encounter. Olivia is a very observant girl. She immediately noticed Michael's expensive clothes, besides the fact that he was handsome. She let him woo her, and eventually after a few days, Michael realized that he was madly in love. Olivia was his goddess. Michael was 31 years old, but he was already established in business and his income was quite high. I'm not going to tell you how Olivia closed the issue of moving in. The bottom line is one, Michael and Olivia got married. In time they had children, a son and a daughter. Olivia knew Michael's type, and that he was the kind of man who cheated but would not abandon his family. Everything suited her. She started her own women's business. And so 12 years went by. How Michael did start cheating on Olivia in their 3rd year together. But they were one-off encounters with young girls. For him, Olivia was the main woman. Wife, mother of their child, true value of his family, but could not do anything about his weaknesses. How one day his friend met a girl, and they had intimacy a couple times. The friend came with this girl to Michael's party. The girl's name was Laura. Michael and Laura, having met once with a look, immediately realized that they liked each other. As a result, Michael began to date Laura, warning that in any case he would not leave his family. Laura didn't care. She is young, beautiful, and the relationship with Michael took as a temporary crush. At a business conference, Michael met partners from another county. During the buffet, Michael's wife, Olivia, arrived. And Michael became aware of this when he heard the surprised voice of one of the partners. And he was saying to the other men, "Look, it's our Olivia. Do you recognize her?" And Michael didn't realize what was going on and invited Olivia over to introduce her to the partners. A strange feeling of unease appeared inside Michael. Later he noticed that the partners' attitudes had changed. They were acting a little tense. Olivia told Michael that she didn't remember the men, but didn't rule out that she had been acquainted with them while working in her district. Of course, she didn't say what kind of work. Michael decided to utilize the services of a detective. The detective provided Michael with all the information about Olivia's past life. It was a huge blow to Michael's ego. His goddess turned out to be a prostitute. Michael and Olivia divorced. Michael loved his children very much, but Olivia told him that she would inflict a lot of pain on him through his children if he didn't fulfill her terms for property division. Michael refused. Just at this time, Michael was dating Laura. She was able to do more than comfort him. She became his new wife. What happened to Olivia? You're not going to believe this. Olivia was coming down the stairs from her lawyer. The lawyer had upset her with the news of the property division. Tears of resentment dripped from her eyes. Olivia looked as expensive and chic as ever. Suddenly, a man approached her and offered to help her. Olivia immediately noticed that the man was a rich man. She said she wasn't feeling well. Olivia's husband met a young girl and left the family, leaving her and the children crumb. Now she has to find the strength to sue him again. The man nodded understandingly and invited Olivia to go to the cafe to drink water and calm down. He told her that he had a similar situation. He had caught his spouse with a lover. He got divorced too. I'm sure you realize that Olivia remarried. But this time the new spouse was several times richer than the former spouse. There are a few morals to this story. When you fall in love with the image of the person you've made up. Only over time will you partially get to know the real him, appreciate or be disappointed, move on with him, or break up. If a person initially put on a mask, deceived you, used your trust, then one day the truth will still be revealed. It's going to be hard for you, but it's often the case that you need to eat poop before something good happens. People sense your inner strength and confidence. In this story, the woman was not afraid to take advantage of her luck. She believes in herself, and a successful ending for her happens. Olivia and Laura are actually capricious, demanding and wasteful women. Michael likes them that way, perhaps. Both are women with a strong energy that is hard for a man to resist. There is a type of man who cannot help but cheat on his wife. For them, it's like sport hunting. They cannot remain indifferent to the beauty and youth, which is endless. Such a man tries to make his wife consider herself a goddess, and that she does not have even in her mind suspicions of her husband. because a happy wife is a happy family. They don't abandon their family. They don't discuss their wife with their mistresses. It's a taboo. Women can be very cunning and devious and very vindictive. A woman's resentment can be dangerous to both the man and the rival. I would like to add that Olivia never cheated on Michael once in 12 years. It was important for her to build her foundation, and Michael did not spoil her with his attention and support. She studied hard, created her own women's business, got into the right society for her. Her understanding is that almost any man is easy prey, and she is a good hunter. All men are weak on the front of the body and on the right words to say to them, depending on the type of man. Laura has the same kind of confidence. By the way, Laura turned out to be an alcoholic, but Michael is in the process of treating her. Why not get to know a man better before deciding to marry him? Get to know his family, his friends, spend time together in different situations. Hey, maybe that would lessen the negative experience. Value yourself. Cherish your honor from your youth. Study. Make your personal big and small victories. Praise yourself if no one else does. Be honest with yourself. Don't betray yourself. You will see that everything will change. I wish you happiness, beautiful soul.